Hey everyone, welcome back to Trailbreaker. I never intended to do an entire video series on AC separation. However, this is a mountain bike channel and I'm a mountain biker and shit happens. 20 months ago, I crashed on a jump on my mountain bike and separated my left AC joint. Oh! Son of a bitch. Oh! In the weeks following, since I couldn't ride my bike, I decided to do a series of videos documenting everything from the beginning of the injury through the recovery process up until the 4-month point. At that point, I felt like I was pretty much done with the series and I was able to get back to doing pretty much everything I needed to do. But over the course of the next year and a half since that update, I almost get daily questions and comments about these videos because this injury is so common, not just in mountain biking, but in a lot of sports. So I decided to go ahead and do a final update to, I guess, update you on maybe what you could expect, ultra long term. Like I said, I'm close to 2 years since the injury, as well as answer some of the common questions that seem to come up quite often. The number one question I get is, how is the shoulder today? Well, thanks to the physical therapy exercises that I was given right in the beginning, within a week of the accident, and the fact that I've been consistently doing them, as well as adding additional exercises when I go to the gym to help further reinforce the joint that is damaged. I do a lot of exercises for the upper chest, the shoulders, as well as the upper back. As a result, I think that both of my shoulders are actually in better shape now than they were before the accident. I've stopped doing heavy bench press, dips, and flies a couple years ago to try to give my shoulders a little more mileage. And instead, I focused on doing a lot of body weight resistance exercises, including a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, and shoulder dumbbell work. So the good news is, at this point, my strength is 100% of what it was before the crash. And my flexibility is actually better. There's no pain. The only thing that is still left over from that wreck is the bump. I've had a lot of comments of people that said that they wanted to get the surgery just so they wouldn't have this bump for the rest of their life. And, I guess to each his own, I didn't care. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I completely forget about it unless somebody brings it up to me, in which case it still doesn't bother me. I pretty much consider it to be a battle scar. So wear it with pride because you earned it. So the other question I get a lot is, why did I not get surgery? So here's a couple examples. From Grant Salisbury, said, thanks for the video. You're welcome. Do you ever wish you would have chose to have surgery to reconstruct the ligaments and repair the joint? Marmark Berserker said, why did you not have surgery? T12J7 said, I'm amazed they didn't attach it. If I would be you, I would demand it. Baltha Prime said, I'm curious as to why you opted out of surgery since you are in a riskier sport for it. I just wanted to be able to do pull-ups and push-ups. And I think that the reason they're asking this question is, like me, it's hard to imagine in the beginning that you're not going to have to get this thing fixed. It hurts, you can't move it, and you can't imagine that losing ligaments in your shoulder would just be okay to live with. But my physical therapist and my orthopedic surgeon both recommended the least invasive course of action, which included physical therapy. I responded well to these, and within 5 weeks, I was back on the bike. Within 8 weeks, I was doing some jumping and a little more aggressive riding, and by 4 months, I felt like I was out of the woods. If your injury was worse than mine, and every injury is different, if there were things that were damaged besides just the AC joint, if you've had a dislocated shoulder or you've had damage to the rotator cuff or the labrum, the doctor is probably going to have to do surgery because that's not going to heal, and you're going to continue to have issues of maybe it popping out. You're going to have a lot of pain. You may not be able to raise your arm over your head. And while they're there, then they would go ahead and probably fix the AC joint. And I've had a lot of people who just felt like if they didn't get the surgery, that they would always be limited to what they could do, or they would always be in pain. And in their words, well, they're really active, so I'm going to get the surgery so I can do the things I want to do. You do you. If your doctor says that's what you should do, or if you convince your doctor that you need to get surgery, then by all means, go ahead and get it. It's going to be probably a longer recovery. I do know that they say that you will get back to 100%, but I'm at 100% and I didn't get surgery. So every injury is different, and you just have to do what's best for you. Another common comment that I get, and this makes me feel good because it's the reason why I put this and videos like this out, is I wanted to give somebody information and maybe, if I can, put them at ease. So some of the comments about that were Mountainless MTB says, "Great video. I made both my ortho surgeon and physical therapist watch your recovery videos and asked a lot of questions. Both said you had great videos." Thanks. And Cody Anderson says, "Your video was exactly what I needed to see. All I wanted to hear was that I would be okay and able to get back on my mountain bike. Thanks." So, Cody, you're welcome. KJ Master says, "I crashed 4 days ago, same shoulder. Your video just made me very calm." That made my day. Megan and Jen Spiker said, "Without doubt, it set my mental state and offered me some calm, hope, and reassurance." Another comment that I got, which I'm still a little bit torn about, is another one from T12J7, who said, "I'm so mad at you for riding so dangerously, being an older man." Frowny face. If you've had this injury, and chances are you probably did, make sure you get good information from your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I just listened to my doctors and did what they said was the best option for me. I did a bunch of other videos, and I'll link the playlist at the end of the video, and I'll put it also as a link in the comment section. If you haven't already, go back and look at those. It basically shows where I was a week after the crash up until 4 months, and I'll even include this video in that playlist. There are a lot of options as to what to do. Surgery may or may not be the best option for you. I hope this video helped you to know what to expect in the coming months if you've had this injury. If you still have questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're like me and like mountain biking, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.